are on our way to the pediatrician because Charlotte has been having just a lot of issues. I just want to make sure she's not hurting.
Just how it goes. This is a day in the life.
Like, I thought I was going dairy-free. I'm not dairy-free. We're literally just trying everything because I do not want Lottie to suffer anymore. Hey guys, so we are in the car. We are on our way to the pediatrician because Charlotte has been having just a lot of issues. She was really colicky, and then a lot of you guys on YouTube and DM messages have said to go dairy-free, which could help her stomach a lot, which I feel like it has, but she's still super, what's the word?
Oh, acid reflux?
Acid reflux.
Yeah, because she spits up too and throws up.
So we're going to see the pediatrician and hopefully they can give her some medicine to help with that. And then I asked them about testing her poop, and they said, well, has she had blood in her poop? And she hasn't had any blood, like, ever since we had her, even after like 2 weeks. And then I started doing dairy free. She's never had blood in her poop. So the nurse said that I could probably start adding dairy back into my diet. So I don't know what you guys think. Like, should I continue to not have dairy? Should I start putting it back in my diet? I'm gonna talk to the pediatrician about it today and see his thoughts. She's not really as colicky anymore, I would say. It's more just the acid reflux, and it's just hard for her to sleep because she's grunting and hurting and her tummy hurts.
She's kind of doing it right now. I don't know if you can hear.
Yeah, well, she's also probably getting kind of hungry because she probably needs to eat here, but she's just been in pain. Like, we'll try to put her to sleep, and then you like lay her down and she'll be asleep, but she's grunting and hurting so bad for like 30 minutes that she ends up waking herself up. So she's so tired all the time. She can't put herself to sleep. It's really hard. We're just really hoping that she can get on medicine and it can get better, because I just feel like she's in pain and she's hurting.
Sometimes she'll like scrunch up her face and it's like she stops breathing and her face turns all red. She's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It kind of scares me.
She's been in pain. And Jonas had it really bad when he was a baby, and his mom said that he went on medicine and it helped a lot. So I guess we'll find out and see what the pediatrician says, because I just don't know what else to do. And then like when we're nursing the whole time, like sometimes she'll do good on one nipple, and then we'll go to burp her, and then we put her on the other side, and her stomach, you can tell it's just sitting in there and it starts to hurt her stomach. So then she's and like it's hard for her to just like enjoy eating because she's hurting so bad. But she is eating, and I'm producing a lot of milk. Like, if I have to pump once in a while, I'll pump like 4 to 5 ounces in each bottle from each side. So I'm producing good milk here, and that's just with 10 minutes. So that's been really nice, but I don't want to really pump. I just want to nurse her, so I want it to get faster and quicker, and hopefully it's just more comfortable to be able to nurse her. So we're doing the pediatrician, then I have to race home and get on an interview call, then I have to try to feed her in between all of this, and we have to go to the chiropractor today. So lots going on today. It's really hard for me to leave the house. When we went to the pumpkin patch, we fed her and it was literally miserable. She was crying in every picture, did not want to cooperate. She was tired, her stomach was hurting, and so it's just really hard for me to like want to get out of the house and go anywhere, which is just kind of sad, because then I get depressed because I see everybody else just going out doing things. Their baby eats on each side in like 10 minutes, and we're just still not quite there yet, which I know breastfeeding's hard and it takes time, and she is getting better, but if we can just fix her tummy hurting, I'm sure she'll be a whole different person. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. We just got here, we just pulled in, so we'll let you know what the pediatrician says. Smile. A diaper out and wipes, because she probably has a wet diaper. A lot of people were like, oh, like try going dairy free,
Yeah.
whatever. So like I went dairy free, and then I called today and asked like, do we test the poop? But she never had blood in her poop.
Okay.
And so I feel like being kind of dairy free has maybe helped, or maybe she's just getting bigger.
Some
I don't
things
know.
helped because it was miserable like the first few weeks.
Yeah.
And it's been better, but
And
she's
has
still
this been more her being fussy, or?
Well, she's been super
like grunty
and
fussy
and fussy,
screaming.
and Jonas had the same thing when he was little, and so she's like, he has to have acid reflux. Even when she eats, it's like her stomach hurts so bad, and she's and then like the whole time when we put her down to sleep, she ends up waking herself up because she's like the whole entire time
whole night.
when she eats, and then like it's just like.
Is she spitting up much?
Mhm.
Does she cry when she spits up?
I don't know.
Well, so the tough thing is, so babies grunt a lot. It's a pretty normal thing because they haven't quite figured out how to poop and move things through. So everyone always kind of complains about that up until about 4 months.
Okay.
At 4 months, it's just all of a sudden they figure out how to move things through.
Okay.
And so their intestines just aren't coordinated enough. So that's why you get a lot of this just grunting and stuff. And at night it happens more because that's when your intestines are processing things more. So, because like a lot of times what happens with babies is they're trying to push gas and stuff out, and they squeeze their anal sphincter. So they're sitting there trying to push things through, and they close the door. So that's why over time she will learn to move things through better. So when you look at like just fussy babies that cry tons, reflux definitely can be a major cause of it. So, and sometimes the only way we know is to try an antacid medication. So.
Okay.
Now, milk allergy can be a major trigger too.
Right, which is what I've heard.
So,
like, do I still stay dairy free, or?
So every family that tells me they're dairy free, they are not truly dairy
Right,
free.
it's so hard.
Because dairy is in
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
So if a baby truly has a dairy allergy, a milk protein allergy, we have a whole diet that's made up for moms. So I can give you the diet plan, and you can look over this.
Okay.
Now, I always have to use one mom, for example, that kept coming in and baby was screaming hysterically and there was blood in the stool. So finally, the mom kept insisting she was following the diet.
And wasn't?
I sent her to GI and she came back and kind of scolded me and said, well, you never told me about soy. And I said, you never read the diet, did you? After telling me. And then the mom got kind of embarrassed because then she admitted she never read the diet. That's one of the first things. You also have to not do soy because the soy protein is very similar to the milk protein, and about 75% of kids that react to milk will also react to soy protein. So the diet will kind of go through everything that you cannot have, and then it tells you what you can eat. It is a very difficult diet to follow. So I have a lot of moms that will look at that and go, there's no way. So one thing that I will throw out, because this is the definitive way to know if it is a dairy allergy. And I have a lot of moms that will do this before they decide then to stick with the diet, is we give you cans of formula. And the formula is a specialized formula. And what it is it takes the milk protein and it already cuts it up into pieces. And those pieces then make it so you don't react to the milk protein. And so what some families will do is the moms will pump for a week to maintain their milk, and they just save all their milk, but they'll give by bottle this special formula. And so then after a week, if the baby is 100% better, where you're like going, oh my word, this baby is now the most calm, amazing baby, then you make a decision at that point. Some will go, oh no, the baby's so happy, I'm just gonna go with the formula. And then there's others that will go, okay, I know what the baseline is, and then they'll go on the diet. And then they know if they make a mistake, the baby gets fussy, but they know they then just have to work towards that. So there's not a right or wrong. I can give you the diet plan, and you can look at that.
Okay.
If you said, well, I don't know, I would love to see what the definitive thing would be, I can give you some of the cans of the specialized formula too. The formula is called Nutramigen or Alimentum are the two brand names.
And those formulas are probably more expensive too.
They are more expensive. They're about 3 to 4 times the regular formula. But I will tell you that I have probably 15 to 20 families right now that are on those formulas, and every one of them will tell you every penny is worth it because the baby is 100 times much better. So now reflux, how we see though if it's the reflux, because we don't want to do everything all at once. Because if you eliminate the milk and you do a reflux medicine, then you're kind of like, what do we do? There are some medicine that we'll use just for crampy abdominal pain. They use it in irritable bowel syndrome in adults. There's some little drops called leptin that sometimes we'll use too, and it just helps stopping abdominal cramps. But that's kind of the third tier down. So I would probably say if you wanted to try this first, that's the more easy one. Then the other thing I'll do is I'll get you the whole diet plan that's made up. So just read over it. Like I said, it will tell you the do nots and the do's. And then the last thing that I'll give you then is I'll just give you a couple cans of the formula. And then you guys can decide, you know, do I pump and then try this? But that's the definitive way. So any concerns or questions on all of that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just want to make sure she's not hurting and
Yeah.
we can help it.
Yeah,
some,
yeah, and that's why I say,
so,
a lot of these, between these, we usually can make a big difference. So, well, let me have you lay her down there and I'll take a little peek at her.
Just how it goes. Michaela went in to CVS to grab the medicine. I'm staying here with the baby, and this is a day in the life. The last day in the life video didn't really do it justice, but this is life.
Okay, so we went to the pediatrician and then we were gonna film in the car on the way home, but
She was screaming.
Yeah.
I took a video when you were at CVS.
did you?
So people could see what a normal car ride is like.
If we're being honest here, Jonas can't handle when she cries.
I can handle
He
it
cannot.
for like 2 minutes.
He called me like 3 times
And
in
then
the
I-
store freaking
'Cause
out, and I
you
went to
took
go get her
forever.
medicine.
You went inside to get 2
Because-
things, and I was there for like half an
because
hour with a screaming baby.
It didn't know where it was, and then I was talking to the pharmacy people, and then they were struggling because they were busy and there's a ton of people in there, and then the main pharmacist guy was busy that was going to check everything to make sure it was the right stuff. I don't know. So anyway, it was kind of complicated
Anyways.
because they didn't have the same brand that I was supposed to get, but then I ended up not getting it because Jonas had to get on a call, so then I got in the car and I left.
So rewinding a bit, we took some videos in the doctor's office, but again, I don't know how much of that is going to work out for footage because she was crying for most of it. But Dr. Wilcox said, what's one of 2 things? It's either acid reflux or like a dairy sensitivity. So we have 2 different plans to kind of see which one it is.
So we're doing over-the-counter medicine for 3 to 4 days. Then if it kind of helps, then we can call and she can get put on a prescription for a longer period of time to help with acid reflux. He gave us some formula if she's allergic to dairy. So he said that I could try the dairy formula for like a week and then just pump my normal milk and see if that helps, because it could be a night and day difference, because he said he has 15 to 20 women right now that their kids are allergic to dairy, and the diet that he gave with the paper, like I thought I was going dairy free. I'm not dairy free.
It's pretty intense.
It's like you can't eat anything.
It's like a whole list of stuff. I think you should try it.
I'm not doing it. Because Chelsea said you have to buy stuff from the grocery store, make sure there's nothing in it, and you pretty much have to cook your own meals.
That's just how it goes.
I don't have time for that.
Anyways, that's where we're at.
I know, I'm being pretty selfish, but I'm not opposed to using formula. Obviously, I've been producing a lot of milk and getting milk, and so I'm like, I want to breastfeed, and like, it's such good nutrients, and like, breastfeeding is really good for them. So like, if I can breastfeed, I want to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not opposed to using formula. Plus, the formula is like triple as expensive for this formula, but if it were to help her, then it's worth it. But that's like last option to go that route. So we're gonna start with the drops, then if it helps, hopefully we can get her on the medication. And then he also said, you know, by at least 4 months, like most babies, when they're colicky and fussy and have acid reflux, it usually goes away by 4 months or sooner. Like my sister's kids only went like 2 months, or you know, so it's just like, I guess worst comes to worst, hopefully she'll grow out of it and her intestines will eventually work properly.
We're 1 month down.
We're 5 weeks.
Okay, we're
5
a
weeks
little
and a day.
over a month down.
Yeah, we're surviving somehow.
We're hiding in
What
my
were we-
office, by the way, while she sleeps.
Yeah, she needs to
My
eat
mom's
though.
here helping out. I think that's a better day in the life than last one.
Yeah, but real quick though, taking care of babies, I know a lot of people have told me about it. I got on a consultant call with one of the ladies that works with taking care of babies, and it was really good information and insight. I have a code to go in and read some information that should really help. So if you guys have used taking care of babies, let me know. I'm gonna start reading that stuff and trying different things and seeing if any of that helps. I've heard that her method or what she does is amazing and it works super good. I've had tons of people say it's amazing. They couldn't survive without using taking care of babies. So I'm gonna get on that. I'll keep you guys updated, see how that goes, and see if any of that stuff can help. Or if you guys have any other recommendations. We're literally just trying everything everything because I do not want Lottie to suffer anymore. I feel like she's just hurting, she's in pain, it's difficult, it's not fun for anybody. I just want her to be happy and that we can just try to enjoy baby life a little bit more, right?
Pretty nice.
Well, anyway, that's all I have to say. Taking care of babies, working on it. We were gonna go to the chiropractor today,
We're gonna do it
but
next week.
that didn't work out.
We also, Michaela put a poll on our Instagram story for our next 2 videos. So keep an eye out for those, and anything else you want to see, let us know.
So that was pretty much it for today. Thought it was gonna be a lot more busier, but
It was pretty chill so far.
I did have an interview, that went good. But other than that, Jonas is gonna go grocery shopping because we literally have no food in the house. We've been starving ourselves. Just kidding, Jonas just has to go drive and pick me up food everywhere. Okay, well, we're just trying to be the best parents out there, and hopefully we're doing our best. Anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next YouTube video, so keep a lookout for that. And again, please give us any feedback you have, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.